President-elect Donald Trump has received so much by way of donations for his inauguration that he now quite literally doesn't even know what to do, what to give them at this point. And you know what? They're so desperate to hand over the money and thus gain access and influence that many of them don't even seem to care. There are people who have made donations to Donald Trump's inauguration as high as $1 million, and they're not receiving any benefits, any special access, any tickets to any events. It's just being handed over, and there's nothing left to give at this point because he's raised at this point over $170 million. And they estimate that they might be able to get to $200 million by the time the inauguration actually happens. So as a result of this, the inaugural committee is no longer even selling tickets to major donors for the swearing in or for the variety of private events that are going to be going on. For comparison, back in 2021, Joe Biden raised $62 million for his inauguration, which is obviously, less. It's about 1/3 of the amount. We should bear in mind that's kind of still in the thick of the pandemic, so maybe there would have been more events and things like that if not for that.
Thick of it.
It was pretty much.
What's that? I was there for both of their inaugurations, and to say Biden's thing was in the thick of the pandemic would be an understatement. It was the deadliest month of the entire pandemic. The insurrection had just happened 2 weeks before. I have never seen a city more locked down than Washington. During the inauguration, there were almost no parties. There was no public viewing of the inauguration. So that number is going to be a little off from everything else.
100%. Well, as a result of this right now, the haul is so big that some 7-figure donors have been placed on wait lists or have been told they probably will not receive VIP tickets at all because the events are at capacity. Prospective donors begin to be told earlier this week there were no seats available for certain events, and that has only gotten worse since then. In fact, some of the donation links that have been being circulated are no longer active. They're not even in some of these ways trying to raise more money because they've gotten so much, which obviously Donald Trump must be delighting in. Now, we know that one of his initial grievances when he became president was that his inauguration wasn't epic enough. This one, at least when it comes to the elites, is doing very well. That we'll see what ends up happening with actual attendance at the inauguration, but things seem to be going in the direction he likes so far. Alex, what do you make of this?
I think, Donald Trump likes money. I don't think that's a huge headline there. And I think we've seen with Elon Musk, who's got the most money of anybody and who donated the most money of anybody, he's literally got a seat at the table. I mean, every time you see Donald Trump right now, Elon Musk is right there. Donald Trump has joked about the fact that he won't leave Mar-a-Lago. So it's even if you're not getting a ticket or something, a lot of these companies aren't in the charity business, certainly aren't when it comes to employee salaries for most people. And so they're not exactly giving this money away. They want something in return. And they feel like this money is going to grant them access or grant them regulation reform or grant them all the policies that they want. And usually these companies don't spend bad money. They know what they're doing. And so I saw somebody wrote something that he campaigns like a populist but governs like a royal. And it's kind of like kissing the ring of the king.
Yeah. Everything that we're seeing so far seems totally legal, and I look at it and I think, how the hell is any of this legal? Like, how we have these limitations on campaign donations or whatever, but one person can hand over $1 million for this. So
why is it legal? Because the people that regulate it are the ones who benefit. That's why.
Of course, yes. Yeah. It's a somewhat facetious question, but
right.
Yeah, you could raise hundreds of millions of dollars. How is this? How is it legal? How is this acceptable? Like, if you're a regular MAGA person and you want to drain the swamp, what the hell do you think is going on here? He didn't raise that $20 a pop. Like, these are massive amounts of money being handed over, and they will be paid back. As you say, it's not bad money. They know how to work this system. It's just amazing that people accept it. And
Donald Trump worked the system really well himself for years as well before he even got into this.
And bragged about that back in the 2016 election.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.